Okay. January 1st video, take 4. I keep messing up.
Okay, all right.
So, my husband's here with his hair that never looks like it's been done. Ever. Did you comb it?
I did not comb it today yet.
Oh my God. Okay.
I was hoping you might do that for me.
You have your own hair. I have my own hair. You comb yours.
Know.
I comb mine. Come on.
But I remember when I had short hair.
No.
When I had short hair, I remember you always bring me the comb and going like, "Can you comb my hair?"
Oh.
But then see now.
Guilt. Guilt's always good. Guilt always works too. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is. Let me see if it'll read it to you. So it had a great. So I set up my dot. I have a one of those little tiny new Echo shows, and so I set it up to start my day, and so it read my verse of the day and told me all the news, told me the weather and stuff like that. It was really kind of cool, and it said my name and all that. The verse of the day was really neat. I'm just gonna see if I can get this thing to read it to you. So hold on. Let me make sure the volume is up. That's plus. Okay. Did I do the right one?
I think you did.
Oh, okay, there we
go.
There
it is.
See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. What? Isaiah 44.
Okay, stop. Okay. Isn't that cool? This is like it's making a new way.
Yes. And that's definitely the way we're going to look at it.
I thought it was a really cool first verse for January. Okay, so our church is doing this 1 year read the Bible in a year thing. And this morning I got an invite from some different people on my YouVersion app to do the Bible in a year thing. So that's really cool. So if any of y'all want to join us in doing the Bible in a year thing, let me know.
Yeah, we'll invite you over. And,
no, we won't invite him over.
No, send him an invite.
We'll send you an invite to the Bible plan.
We'll invite you over to the house.
No, we will invite you to join us reading it through the Bible plan on It's a YouVersion app for your phone or your Kindle or whatever.
I felt like Joel Osteen there for a minute. Hey, come on over.
No, don't, because my house is messy. No, but it's I'm just finished. The funny thing is, I'm like 10 days away from finishing the chronological Bible, so I'm going to be starting over. Except it's taken me like 5 years to read it.
3 years later.
Maybe I'll do better this time because I'll have pressure. I'll have other people who are like, they read it. Why didn't you?
Look, Shannon.
I think that's good. That's great. Peer pressure. Peer pressure to read your Bible.
Yeah.
But
it looks like Schwartz. Typical look. He's like 7 days behind.
Like 27 days. He keeps clicking catch me up. Right. No. So we had a good evening. We Justin came over and we set off some fireworks and stuff, and I was all concerned they were gonna put holes in my blow up Christmas things that were standing there. I was like, Yoda's gonna have a hole in him. You're gonna lightsaber him. Yoda. Yes, we have a Yoda.
Oh, safe I mark myself.
Safe I mark myself. That's funny. That is funny.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. I had to think about it in my head real quick before I said it.
Yeah, I know. You have to backwards it with Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I set that up yesterday. I set up my, because a friend of mine gave me a one of those photo screens that you can put like on your desk and it rotates photos, and mine broke. It just stopped, and I was like, no, because when I'm sitting at my desk, I don't know, there's this picture of me and my grandpa and stuff like that, and those are, I want to see those. I wish I had. I told them, I said, I wish I could take all of my photos, put them all on something, and then just have them like rotate on a screen. It would blow my
Mind.
It would blow up my screen. So
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I wish I could do that because I have just in a box of discs. You know, when you used to put them on discs alone, I have 14,000 pictures. That's not including any of the ones I have in books from the 80s and 90s.
That's a lot of freaking pictures.
There's a lot of freaking pictures. Anyway.
I was just sorry. I did the Yoda thing, and then I was going like, oh, you know what? I just my brain starts to go. You didn't hear it?
Like my computer?
Mm-hmm. And that'll make you think of me.
Justin's like, your computer sounds horrible. I said, yes, come fix it.
So I thought, those would be good things to put on the station for like ID tags, like, oh, listen to Texas 46 Radio, you must, type of thing. And then I thought,
I don't know, but then you might have somebody come and tell you you're doing copyright infringement. Like,
well, I'm gonna see if
when
I can ask.
Really?
I'm gonna see if I can ask Doug Schramm. He does
good Yodas.
He does a good King of the Hill.
Oh.
He does a good one of that, so I'll have to see if I get him to do something.
See if you
for
can
me.
get him. Yeah.
Right.
So so that's my nose is running. There it goes.
You better go catch it.
Belinda Bush used to do that when we were little. My nose is running. There it goes.
There it goes.
So yeah. Well, you better go catch it. So he did that, and Justin showed us houses that he liked in Tennessee.
One of the highest crime rates.
I was like, honey, there's a reason you have to look into. He's like, no, this is a nice place to live. I said, what's the crime rate? He goes, one of the highest places in the United States. I'm like, and there's your card. Here's your sign. There's your sign. So I'm like, why do you want to move to Tennessee? Because then you're going to be there and be like, I'm bored. Come over. No, we can't come over. We have things we have to do.
We have to be back.
We can't leave. We have chickens.
Tennessee. It just takes 16 hours to drive there straight through.
I know. I'm like, he's gonna move to some place that's far away because he wants to move to some place far away. He just wants to do this, okay? And then he's gonna do this, and then he's gonna be like, I'm bored, and I'm gonna be like,
there's nobody here. And
sorry, you made a choice, buddy. That's your choice. You decided to move far away. Now you're bored. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so other than the fact that my husband hasn't combed his hair, and
I am serious business today. I'm wearing my official Annie Rost T-shirt. It was one of my studio guests. Get my coffee.
And he's getting his coffee. And I ordered my frother this morning. I got up and I was like, I need that frother because I have the little cup for the little, that you do the frothing and then you just do a little picture. You don't know.
It's you have to pardon her speech impediment. It's actually called a frosser, but she calls it a frother. A frother. I'm gonna get my frother in the mail today.
Oh. Turd head.
Oh.
You can't zap that in the microwave. You keep zapping that cup in the microwave, and I'm like, you can't zap it in the microwave because you feel the cup. Mm-hmm. The cup is like hot as heck.
Ooh, it's warm.
Yeah, drink the coffee is probably not.
Like iced coffee.
Mm-mm. Is it hot?
Yes, it's hot.
Is the cup? But see, the cup. I see. I don't know how you're managing to heat up that cup because there's more for me. So we haven't planned anything for the new year yet, which doesn't mean anything. We're gonna do it all in one day. We're gonna make our plans now. It says in the Bible you can make the plans, but God's gonna throw them out the window. So
that's right. I'm sorry.
Might as well not even bother. No, you can put your foot right up there. Okay. And then I can put mine there, and then we're both good, and we can both wiggle the camera on.
Both wiggle the camera.
Sorry, good.
I'll be picking up maybe one for sure, maybe two large desk calendars today. That's going to be good.
But you don't hang them on the wall or anything. You don't put them on a desk. You put them on top of
the turntable,
and then we can just stack it, and then you stack crap on top of the calendar, so that you can't find the calendar, turntable, or anything.
I should be hanging it actually right below.
Where do you have wall space?
Well, right below the window. That's
for 2 calendars.
No, I just had two just in case I needed a backup for something, but they're like
a backup calendar. He needs a backup.
Yeah, I'm like, this one's full. I got to fill the gym. No, but I can put it right below the window, right there. Then I can just turn to the side and look at it.
Meanwhile, it's like those little those arms that you can just flip through. Like it has the posters. You flip through your posters.
Oh, one of those.
Flip through all your calendar crap.
No, actually, I think I should just have one of those like Iron Man had. Just kind of like put it up, and it's just right here in front of you.
See, it's like putting the thing with
here.
Yeah, just like a big old like in the air.
Sorry, Jarvis.
Penny does that. Okay, so isn't it funny? Because I have to like write like on the computer. It doesn't work for me because the computer would have to be like, and I'd have to be able to.
You have to have television.
It would have to be like the size of the window. I mean, like it would have to be like huge, and I would have to be able to.
That would be pretty bright.
Push that one up and bring this in. Let's make it pink.
It's coming. I know it's coming.
It is coming. You know it's coming. It's like 20 years from now, the technology we have now is all going to be in cabinets, and we're going to be like, we're going to save this because this, we'll sell it as a vintage dot.
Vintage. Yeah.
Doesn't work anymore because there's.
This is what it used to be.
Because she's gotten old. And
well, see, they're going to have like 50 versions of it by then.
Oh, no, it won't. It's not even going to be. It's going to be like the size of your refrigerator. It's going to be a refrigerator. It's going to be, you need to buy a refrigerator.
Yeah.
And it's going to say, the temperature of your milk is. Bruce going to be like, could you make specifically the milk cold and nothing else?
That's right. Keep the milk at a steady 36 degrees. So
just above freezing.
Have you been enjoying your Echo Show?
I have. I put my picture of Kiki on there.
Yeah, I saw that there. It's
cool.
It's got a great sound.
But the photo screen things are really cool. I put different
the photo screen things. Yes.
So they don't have internal memory.
Neither one.
So you put neither one.
Okay.
So you put your thumb drive in it, and then you can take your thumb drive out, add some more pictures, stick it back in there.
Mm-hmm.
So that works pretty well. So I went through and picked all kinds of different pictures, and one of them sideways. Bruce Landon's picture. It didn't correct one. Corrected the other ones, but it didn't correct one.
I don't know why that happened.
Anyway.
That's cool.
But that's so my Christmas gifts, fun stuff.
Yeah, that's
so your Christmas. Oh yeah, you got me those earbuds. Those were cool.
Those are good.
I got all caught up on my 3 days worth of chronological. I'm like that.
Just being able to
being able to put those buds in my ears, push play, and then I'm the only thing is at one point I went to walk something to the bathroom and it was like, oh, you can't get that far away from
Oh, that's cool.
But I do have my other earbuds too that I have that Mary gave me too.
Oh, yeah.
Those work great too.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's cool.
What else?
I don't know. We just don't. We didn't really make any resolutions of any kind.
Not yet. No, we haven't. Today is a good
our
day to probably talk about what the future of this year, what our goals need to be. Not really resolutions, but just goals of what we would like to try. Our resolution is it's going to be a great year.
Yes.
We've just decided it's going to be a great year. And I'm learning to work with my autoimmune disease, and you're learning to
work with you.
Work with me and my autoimmune disease. Yeah, he's learning how to just see what needs to be done and just go without me having to say, honey, can you,
But you still, I don't think that's ever going to stop, though.
What?
Me. Not knowing, you gotta say, honey, can you?
Well,
do, can
no,
you
but
do
you're
this?
catching
Like,
on to things a whole lot. You're not, because before I felt like I was nagging. It's like, honey, this, can you do this? Can you do that? Because I was like down for the count, and he gets it now. So like I'm sitting on the chair with a quilt around me, watching fireworks, and Justin's like, here, come light this one, and he knows exactly what's going on with me, and he's going, no, she's good, she's gonna just chill, and I'm like, instead of where before he would be like,
oh, come on,
yeah,
come
exactly
on.
And so he knows what's going on now a little bit more, so he knows that if I've looked at him and I've said, I'm done, that I gotta sit, and that's as good as it's gonna get, and if it gets any further, I gotta go.
Well, I've noticed that you see, from between what I notice and what you notice,
mm-hmm.
it's I guess it's a little bit different. I notice you're able to go longer runs, and you say that you're, it gets progressively worse. I'm going like, well, I see it differently. I don't feel it like you do, but
when I at the moment when I say it gets progressively worse, it's the symptoms are, there are more symptoms than I had before.
Mm-hmm.
So where I'm actually able to like push through or whatever, and then I kind of know my limitations. I know how far I can push myself, and then I know what I can and cannot do, and I know to plan way in advance. And so I'm learning, because she, my last talk with her was with you, and she was talking to us about how the autoimmune thing works. And I said, well, I feel like all I'm doing is my chores, and I'm never getting to do anything that I want to do or anything fun. So my entire life has consisted of, getting your chores done. And by the time you get your chores done, which is like dishes and laundry and cleaning floors and whatever, you're it's time for bed or a nap, because
mm-hmm.
you're done. And she said, you can't do that. She said, that's not going to work. That she said, you can find someone to clean your house or whatever, but she said, you can't do that. You have to have some days where you do the things you want to do, the fun things, and then other days where you do your chores. And she said, you'll just have to have help or whatever. And she said, and then when you plan something, you plan way in advance, and you're mindful of the fact that after you're done with that, you're going to crash and have your flare. And so you have to plan after that 2 to 3 days that you might be in bed. And so when she was talking to us and she was saying it in front of him, he understood a little bit more. And I was like, okay, I understand. I have to, in other words, where I feel like I have no life, I've got to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, talking autoimmune. But if you have autoimmune disease, which a whole lot of people do, I'm getting to the point where most of my friends have some form of something that is limiting them.
There's more people that
way.
have something that don't have.
Than don't, and it's all has to do with stress and toxicity and all that. People who say, "Oh, it's genetic." You may be genetically predisposed for certain particular things. There may be like here's the autoimmune stress line right here. As long as you just stay below it, you're okay. But as soon as you pop up there, this is the one you're going to get, because genetically, that's the one you're predisposed for. Maybe, but most people that I know have some form of autoimmune disease, and they're having to learn to work with it. And I'm assuming that it is the way of things now, and they're going to have to figure this out, because too many people are not going to be able to, women are not going to be able to work.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to go back to the old days, except we're not going to be in high heels and, corsets doing the vacuuming.
Yeah.
Like on the pictures.
Yeah.
How'd you make your husband happy?
Doing 5 things.
That's gonna be the husband while the wife's gonna be sitting on the couch going, I can't move. But anyway, so things will have to change. I mean, it's just gonna be that way.
So it's gonna be again a good. We're gonna do.
It's gonna be a good year. What I would love to do today, and I don't know if it's supposed to possibly rain. It's kind of gloomy, cloudy outside, and whatever. But what I'd love to do today is work on a Christmas book, and I would really love to get him to work with me on it, but it's not really his thing. I'd be forcing him to do something that's not really his thing.
Forcing me to do anything, I don't know.
I'd be asking him to do something. He'd be no. It'd be like, here, can you make a page out of this card? And he'd be like, okay. Done.
That sounds like, that's
no.
That's not what
Get creative.
That's not
and
what
then
I had
he'd be
in
like
mind.
putting like little things on people's head. Santa would be like headless. Was like, yeah. I don't know. It might be fun.
I don't know. It might be. So
anyway,
that would be pretty cool. You've talked.
I've talked about doing that.
About doing that.
Yeah.
So I was looking outside. I start sprinkling, but it'll get there.
Yeah. So we'll see. We're going to discuss our garden. We looked at pictures last night and saw pictures from years ago where the garden was like
very lush.
No, it wasn't lush. It was where all the crushed granite was like clean.
Yeah.
It was so clean. It was just like, oh my God, that just looks like someplace you want to zen out in, man. Yeah. And now it's just like
well, thanks to the
monster.
Thanks to the ducks and chickens going in there, they've cleaned up that.
Yeah, but evidently they don't like Bermuda grass.
No, they must not. So
because there's like a bunch of it right there, and I'm like,
kind of someplace from the land. But
I hate that stuff.
Yeah, actually,
you can't spray anything but vinegar. I won't let you.
They should be able to pull that. It's not going to grow anymore right now, so.
Yeah, you go for it, boy. Anyway, so we're deciding how much of a garden we're going to do. We're deciding bird-wise what we're going to do because we did all this, I did all this stuff to try to create different breeds. So my goal was to create a showgirl, which is basically a naked neck silky. And I thought the naked neck frizzle silky is really what I want. I want and like a blue naked neck frizzle silky. Okay, well I have eggs behind this computer that could give me my gold chicken. And we both don't want babies. We both don't want to do all of that work. And then I've got lavender Americana eggs, which I may hatch those for Robin.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing that.
Okay.
As long as she'll take them. So I don't get attached to them.
Okay,
they're yours, except for these three.
No, we just don't really. Here,
I think these three are a girl. I'm gonna give them. You can have these roosters.
It's really kind of cool when everything, they all hatch and stuff like that. But then when you sometimes you get a surprise that says, I can't take those anymore. It's
yeah.
Like, oh.
Well, and the thing is, we've got so many breeder pairs. We've got some awesome breeder pairs. I can make a blue Wyandotte right now. Blue Bantam Wyandotte.
And somebody watching this is going like, yeah.
Yeah, anybody who knows chickens knows Blue Bantam Wyandotte. Just little shaped like a heart,
a little mini football.
They're so cute, and I can make that right now because I have a black Wyandotte and I have a blue Wyandotte, and so I can make those right now. But I don't want to hatch babies and end up, at 150 something birds again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're gonna have to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll figure something.
Anyway, so we have a lot of. There's a lot for us to discuss. We have a broken hot tub, a broken pool. We've got some repairs that need to be done, a garden that's overwhelmed, a lot of stuff. And we need to decide what we're going to do. We've got a trailer that is in horrible shape. And we need to decide what to do. And it'd be nice to have somebody come over here and say, this is what you're going to do. This is perfect. This is just do this and that and that and this and this and that. There. Mm-hmm. And so we're like handing it to God and saying, Tell us what we need to do because we don't know. We're clueless.
It's like you want to simplify things. We don't want to be given any more projects.
We don't want to be any more we want to simplify. Yeah, there you go. That's it. We want to simplify. But we also want to be able to do something.
Some fun things.
Yeah, we don't want to just like stop doing, we don't want to like get rid of all of our birds and then just like, because they're fun. But we could, my nose is running. That was not, I did not. That was just, it was just, my nose itched. It was just an itch. I was just scratching.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I read.
See, it works. That works. Here we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's your hand?
No, you're going to lick it. I know you too well. So anyway, for our very first video of 2020, we're goofy and talking about autoimmune and talking about what we're going to do with this year and hoping that you guys have a fun time of it too. I mean, what are you going to do? You know what? We live on a farm. We have kind of a homestead here. What directions do we want to go with it?
Yep.
What's good and what's not? How much can I, I'm limited. I don't know if I can, I don't know how far I can push myself. I don't know what I can and cannot do. And I can't just we can't I thought, do the chickens. We're going to do all these things. I'm going to sell them. And then I got sicker. And then we had 150 birds and then some of them were sick. And so, what can we do? What can we not do? What is pushing it? We talked about goats, and then it's kind of like, I don't know if we should do anything. It's kind of like you want to scale everything back to just nothing. But then, I don't know.
Yeah, the hot tub thing out there is...
I miss my hot tub.
Yeah, and it's probably just...
if it's a huge fix, then just
70,
no go and whatever, and we'll just get a blow up one like Brooks was talking about. Hey, he got that. It worked. Did you see that one? He got one and an inflatable one.
Really?
That was really inexpensive and worked great. So.
It's something to consider, possibly.
Yeah, I like ours though because it has like a lay down seat, and that's where I sit.
Yeah, I know.
And it really helps
cool.
when it hurts.
Well, it has a little bit of a leak.
And this is the time of the year that we use it. Is when it's cold outside because there's just this good feeling when you go out and you get in it, and so we'll see. But anyway, yeah, too much to think about. I wish I had a life planner who would come over here and give me they'd be like, we're gonna throw all of this away. I'm like, no, I'm keeping that for something.
You're fired. No, there's, when you look at some of the things around some of my stuff too and things, some of it was just gone. Not
like what?
Well,
your whole shop. Torch it.
Some of the things that are in it, but if
not really.
Yeah, the hot tub, the trailer, or the pool. What?
All three. If we got rid of all three. That's tough. That's really tough.
We love the pool. Remember the pool? It just is like you said, is more of like the water.
There's a chicken out there.
No way.
It's the neighbors.
Oh, it's just so good.
She's
I know
still alive.
Still alive.
That's good. I'm glad to see that.
Everybody away. So, we'll keep you up to date on
abreast.
Because I like
such a good. The travel trailer. It'd be fun to do something cool with the travel trailer. The problem is it has water damage, and so when you go in it, it has to be like, it's got like probably mold in it.
Yeah, you could probably.
It still looks pretty though. That's the bad thing. As long as you don't look down at the floor.
Yeah, it's you could do some really cool things with it, but then again, that's
another project.
It's another project.
Ugh. Yeah. So anyway, a lot to think about, a lot of decisions to make for this year. And, I know everybody else's life probably feels overwhelming too, but this is how we look at stuff. It feels overwhelming, and sometimes you feel like you're not living the quality of life that you're supposed to be living according to everybody's standards. You don't have the fancy house, the fancy car. Everything isn't all organized and pretty and painted and put together and clean and whatever. And you know what? It doesn't matter. It just doesn't. It matters who you are. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what the situation is that you live in. I don't care if you're living in a shed. It doesn't matter where you live or the situation in which you live. It matters who you are, your heart, your mind, the way you speak to people, the way you treat people. That's what matters. That's the important thing. And I don't know. Anybody who judges somebody based on where they live and how much money they make and stuff like that, just, if that's your criteria, that's not important. That's not because this is not my home. That's my home. So
that's good.
So New Year's, you guys, we're gonna make this an awesome year. And 31 minutes, you can never get back again.
No, you can't do it that way. You gotta go like
31 minutes of us jabbering to start your day or a part of your day, and consider us friends.
This is 31 minutes that we hope you've enjoyed with us this morning.
You can never get back again.
You can't. Negativity.
No, that's fun. It's funny.
Okay, so it's 32 minutes of joyful bliss that you can.
32 minutes. I wouldn't call it bliss. 32 minutes of jabbering with friends, and
so you and I both look at things differently. You look at the way things you do, and I look at things like this.
I look at things.
Just random stupid things.
Look, I have seen a lot of things in my life, and I'm not a part of any of that crap. I've grown up in, I've seen abuse. I've seen, I've seen anger and scariness and all that kind of stuff, and that's not a part of my life. And I choose to this year, I choose to wake up every morning, get dressed, and make these videos because these videos make me get up, get dressed, put on makeup, and whether anybody watches them or not, they make what? Stop with the thumb thing. It's such a turd. These videos actually make me get up, get dressed, and I look forward to it, having coffee with friends. Whether anybody's watching it or not, this is what wakes me up and makes me feel good in the morning. And I have depression. I'm on medication for depression. I've had a year of counseling, and I've got autoimmune disease and blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's a whole story to my life and everybody else's. And this is what works for me. And so if it works for you, and it's good for you, not drugs or anything like that, but if you can find something that gets you up in the morning and gets you to put on your makeup and have a good attitude to start your day, do it. And I don't care. I mean, if it's a silly video like I make, these boring videos or whatever it is, whether they're boring or not or whatever, you're gonna, he's making faces, Mr. Face Man Maker.
Right. Well, you're not supposed to be looking at me, you're looking at yourself.
I'm not looking at I'm just talking. So. Okay, so, and that's just my opinion. And so, anybody who looks at these videos and stuff, and is like, oh my God, there's another one she posted. I don't care. It makes me feel good. If it makes me feel good, then works for me. You don't have to watch it.
Good.
That's fine.
Awesome.
Okay. But I love you guys. I've got so many friends who are just so sweet, and they watch this and they like it and they subscribe to the channel and stuff, and that makes me feel good. And and they're such sweet people, and you know who you are, and I thank you. And so that's it. What is today?
Today is Wednesday.
Thursday, and then Friday. So we have our Friday morning show. I think I know which chicken I'm going to pull in for chicken of the week. It's going to be Axel.
It's our first
and Axel
one
is,
for the year.
yeah, and Axel is.
Axel's cool.
Axel's gorgeous,
She's
and it's a
cool.
girl.
She's cool.
Yeah, Megan named it because she thought it was a boy. She was wrong. I won that one. Anyway, but still no quail eggs yet that I know of. We didn't go outside yet, so neither one of us have won on that one yet that I know of. I haven't checked my phone. But anyway, so you guys, y'all have a great start to the year. Really try to stay positive. Try really, really hard to think of things that's going to keep you up. And if it is, if you need to declutter to make life a little simpler, then make a game plan. Get it down. Just do it. And every day, even if it's, I'm going to throw 20 things in a box every day, or whatever, 15 minutes per room, spend 15 minutes per room, set a timer and work on a room for 15 minutes. If those kind of things are going to make you feel better, try it. Try it all. Try it. Mm-hmm. Because there's so much depression going on. I can't even, almost every one of my friends deals with it in some way or another. And so we just got to keep working on it and giving each other ideas. And I would love ideas, anything, so join us on our Friday morning show. It's from 9 to 12 on Texas46radio.com. Today, of course, is January 1st, 2020. Texas46radio.com. You get the app on your phone, or you can just go onto the site. You can even ask your Echo Dot to play it. She'll find it for you. And it's just kind of a silly morning with Bruce and I, where we just kind of do this, but you just hear us, and but it's more entertaining than as music. So anyway, you guys have an awesome day. And do you have anything to add?
No, I don't. I'll just we're just gonna keep you.
You want to end the video for me?
Sure. You guys have an awesome first part of the year, and actually, the whole year is going to be a good year. Even if it's gonna, it's not going to be perfect. It's all in how you deal with what you're handed. Okay, so you just try to keep a positive outlook. I will do the same because I can be a negative Nilly sometimes. And let's do it. It's just it's going to be a good year. Radio stations are going to rock. Shannon's going to rock. We're going to be looking forward to it.
Be rocking.
We're rocking. So we'll end today with a freeze frame, and we will see you guys. I guess Shannon will whenever she does her next video.
Probably tomorrow. I might do one tomorrow. I'll try to make it shorter.
Sounds good. Y'all take care. Bye.
Okay, where's the button?